death is close.
I was chased by a gigantic Valcod 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal coming back, but no. That creature barely spoke English.
Afternoon, welcome back to some more Vampyr. Thank you once again to the guy on Reddit. I didn't have to do all this again. Should we talk to these guys here? I mean, there's quite a few of them. Sure. Oh, no one's... Oh, okay.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
You're famous, yeah, I've got to go with that.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
Huh. Let's continue.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
Wow.
By doing so, you would create 2 separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. A necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
We are losing this fight.
None of these guys are going to talk to me, that's fine.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago, well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
You were spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Sorry.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. all muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Okay.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Skulls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
Ugh. Yeah, some Skulls are pretty...
I have met peaceful and wise Skulls. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche.
Carte blanche.
Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Creature barely spoke
Oh.
English.
Oh, got more mesmerized level. Cool. Excellent. Find the sources of the West End. Lograve wants me to use all my medical knowledge to pinpoint and stop the possible sources of the infection in the West End. He seems very worried about the epidemic might spread to wealthier boroughs of London. Thus raising the chances of infecting Britain's elite. I will attempt to root out the cause of the infection. Indeed.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Yep, I think he was too. Yeah, let's talk to everyone then.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Didn't even know she had a daughter.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see? And one day, I'll have my death to face.
You don't... Not a... How much? I kind of think that Lady Ashby would be a little bit pissed.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16. Though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Really? First thing I was like, is my mother a vampire?
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
I might tell your mother.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Well, thank you very much.
Do you know why?
I mean, there's an investigation over here. Let's ask other people as well. I'm sure the shopkeeper over here would...
I understand exactly what that poet meant. Goody.
Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
You
Well-
need some rest.
Well, everyone seems to be talking about Melanias. Right, let's head south, turn left, and then turn right.
Support the equality between men and women.
Ugh, of course. Of course. We have to go all the way around, aren't we? It's okay, we're quite powerful at the minute. Just behind us? Ah, here, okay. The God of Pre-Win.
Best stay back, sir.
I'm kind of getting sick of you. I might quickly nip back and upgrade.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
Oh, I was looking for a rest area so I could just upgrade some stuff. And then I found the way I needed to go. Alright then. I am good at this game apparently. Oh, another one that blew up. Wait, under quarantine? Just to the... In fact, let's open this up. Oh, there's another guy over there I can see. Very vaguely. Oh, every time. Oh dear. A nice house under quarantine. That's not going to bode well. A remarkable pump-action shotgun already. Nice. Beasts and vampires. Best used against humans. I thought we might use it, you know. Oh, hi. That does a ton of damage. Haha. You missed. Seems like she's the more powerful one, isn't it? Come on, I want to shoot her. I want to shoot her to kill her.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Maybe. Darling, thank you for the precious perfume and the fur coat. I can't wait to feel your hands on my shimmering skin. For only you, my hero, can make me feel that desired. Please come back to me soon, for I'm dying to press my timid bosom on your chest again. Yes, my beloved, my precious. Come back to me, and I promise tonight of eternal unbridling. Oh, lovely. Right now I'm wearing nothing but your last gift, so yes, I'm burning. Doris Fletcher.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
I love the inclusion on that thing, sense. It's like kind of like, oh, it's an affair. Right, I suspect we need to go find Doris Fletcher now. I will meet you over there and whatnot. Missed entirely, good job. Hello? Can I evolve? Ah. Cleanse the first source of infection. Another boss, I assume.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture.
Lovely.
This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Hello, Doris. Oh shit.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
Okay. Do you really want to bite that thing? I mean, ugh. Well, that was easy. Hey, build your character good and it won't be rubbish. build your character well, rather, not good. We're going around. So obviously, I assume we just read the thing. Especially from the Fletcher acting. Also, it's a great joy that I confirm with this letter you accepted as a private student to my acting school. Well, seeing you had kind of fun last week makes me really like this. Which stature and courage as a private student received my personal training and coaching. Yes, it's Doris.
So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school. Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence.
No, definitely not.
I should go to her acting school.
I didn't mean to kill him then. Well, here's the acting school.
It's locked.
Of course it is. Oh, hello. Right, we'll get into the theatre next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Your friends will abandon you.